Welcome to the news channel, or Cullman's new news channel. I'm sorry, we're just getting started. We're working out some kinks and trying to different things. This is our intern, Josh, and we have a weather segment for you today. We have some news going on with the squatted truck people, and we have a traffic report for you guys. Is that amazing? It wasn't taken weeks ago. It was actually taking a couple days. Anyway, we have all these segments for you guys, and we're gonna get started with that today. Okay. So first off, the weather. Let's go to Steve for that.
Hey, his name's Jeff.
Oh, it's Jeff, right here. There's Jeff. And then it goes to Jeff.
What was his name again?
That's the new guy. I think his name's Dylan. I'm not even sure.
Yeah, wasn't he supposed to bring his coffee?
I don't know. Yeah, he was actually. I don't know why we're even out here.
Why does he have a raincoat on?
What? I don't know. It's the new guy. We told him he was doing the weather and he showed up like this.
Yeah, but we told him it was supposed to rain tomorrow.
I know.
This is evening news.
Sean's got us out here doing some bullshit. Okay.
What?
Oh, his mic wasn't on.
Actually, his name's Seth, actually. So, and yeah.
The batteries are dead in the microphone. Did you not check?
I didn't know. You didn't show me how. I don't get paid for this. I'm an intern.
All right, off to I-65 for our traffic report from Roy. Get this out of my face.
Thanks, Sean. Today we're at the site of the largest pothole in Cullman County, currently located on Main Avenue. As you can see every year we've tried to fix this shit of a town. We're looking at about at least 4 different pavings. As you can see, if you look, every one of them was just straight ass. Pretty tired of this by now. This has actually been going on for 3 years. We've currently got to this spot, located down by the good old Jacks. Basically, I've been instructed to stay beside these cones just in case any erotic drivers just take me out. We got a red light working. It's about the only goddamn thing that works in this town. We're gonna take a small break. I'm gonna bring it back to you, Sean.
Who hires these guys? I told Jesse to hire these guys.
It was all you, boss.
That's not even I-65. But it's not even I-65.
Where was that? He said it was Maine? Was that Maine? Of course it was Maine.
Yeah, it was Maine.
It was a crater. Okay. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to hire these guys. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and jump to that squatted truck. I don't know what these guys call themselves. They just drive trucks and the rear fenders are touching the rear tires and the drag bumpers. I'm not totally sure what exactly is going on with them. Anyway, we've got Sean on the scene right now. I'm going to send that over to him.
Thanks, Jim. We're out here today looking around for some squatted trucks. We've been told they've been, in and around Cullman, and we're trying to get down to the bottom of this stuff for Cullman Unfiltered. So, Sean, what, Sean? How about that? Come on. Sir, would you like to be in an interview? We're just out and about interviewing Cullman squatted trucks, and we was just wondering if you would like to be a part of that interview. Sure. Awesome. I'm Sean.
Hello and welcome to the squatted truck interview. We're here with Skyler, and we're going to get started today with the first question from Tim. How can you safely drive? Can you even see a Miata in front of them at a red light? I haven't seen a Ford done like that, so I guess they know about the oil pickup in the front.
Well, when I'm driving, I just look at the road, open my eyes. Yeah, I haven't really seen many Fords done like that, but there is a few out there. But I have realized a lot of the Fords, they tend to have motor issues before the rest.
Question from Amanda. Ask them if they also squat to urinate, and if that is what inspired them to do what they do to a perfectly good truck.
Personally, I don't squat to urinate, but you know, it's 2021. There's a lot that do. So I mean, that's their choice. They can do whatever they want to. But personally, I stand up just like the truck does.
Question from Josh. How do they get around the insurance companies not covering their vehicles if they're in an accident?
I've never gotten into a wreck before. I've only been driving for 3 years. They would try to blame it on the squat though, if they did get into a wreck. Or, I mean, honestly, if it was a T-bone, they'd probably try to blame it on the squat too. But it'd be more understandable if it was like a rear end accident or something.
Question from John. Does he have to add more oil to make sure that the front of the engine has oil?
No, but I've owned a few vehicles that have burnt oil, and I've had to add oil, like in certain periods of time. But when I squatted my truck, like I built it from when it was stock to squatted, my first truck that I had, it didn't change the oil level at all, so didn't have to do anything about adding oil or nothing like that.
Also a question from John. How does it handle in wet conditions?
It actually handles just the same as a stock truck would, or a lifted truck. I did own a vehicle, fun fact, I did own a vehicle that had no sway bar at all in the front. And I drove to Panama City from Cullman, Alabama. And it was raining the whole time. I will never do that ever again. I thought I was going to die.
Question from Donna. How the heck do you see over the front? If a child runs out in front of them, what do you do?
When I'm in an area where there's children or very small people running around, I like to be more cautious, but I mean, I don't really see a problem or have a problem with seeing kids in front of me. I just open my eyes and I can see just fine.
Question from Elaine. If you save the money it costs to make it look dumb, how much money would you have?
Probably a good bit, because a lot of my money either goes into my truck or my girlfriend, and that's it.
Question from Chastity. How does it feel to live in so many people's heads rent-free?
I mean, it's pretty funny that people spend so much time thinking about how a truck sits higher in the front than it does in the back. I think it's personally pretty funny. Yeah.
Question from Brian. My favorite thing to do is give them $1 and tell them it's to help them to finish a lift. Has Brian ever given you $1?
Never had a Brian give me $1, but if someone did donate me money for the rear lift, I'd probably spend it on something other than the rear lift. People would give me so much money for the rear lift, and I'd be saving up for a set of wheels or something.
Question from Angela. Does the truck need to go to the outhouse?
Personally, I don't think it does, because it doesn't need to go or nothing. I think it's doing pretty good how it is.
Question from Tanya. Ask them why they don't adjust their freaking headlights.
I have always adjusted my headlights, because when you do squat the vehicle, it does point the headlights up a little bit. And I want to be able to see the road with the headlights at night, so I usually point them down so I can see. I think the main reason why people are so pressed, or the old people are so pressed about the headlights showing their cars, is because we buy high-end LED bulbs for our headlights, and most of the time we buy we usually buy new headlight housings that are brand new, so we can see better.
And I can
I can definitely vouch for this because I've got some really high-end lights in my fogs and my headlights and my high beams, and I get bright lighted all the time, especially on my low
You
beams.
drive a lower car.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I drive a a TL, so.
Yeah, and it's low to the ground. I don't think you squat or being up in the air really.
And I'm on both sides of the spectrum because I've also bought high-end LEDs for my wife's car,
Yeah.
and I hate it when she rides behind me because she's blinding the shit out of me. She's in a Honda Accord, so
Yeah.
it's not just the squatted trucks.
And another reason why we buy like the high-end LEDs is because when we're building a truck, we like to get rid of the ugly like cheddar orange color. So we put new white LEDs in there, and it just makes everything look up to date and new and cleaner.
Question from Thomas: why do you consider half of lift a build? Half a lift and expensive wheels a build?
Honestly, whatever you put your heart and mind into, and whatever you have your goals set to, and what you spend your money on, and what you do yourself, I consider a build. I know a lot of people that haven't built their own vehicles, but personally, I'd rather build my own because I like it the way I want it to be. If it ain't the way I want it to be, then I'm gonna make it the way I want it to be. And I call it a build because I mean, people slam cars, they camber the wheels out. I consider that a build. A level truck, that's a build too. Someone wanted to get a scooter and put a boat motor on it. There you go, that's a build. You know, I mean, it's just whatever you prefer to do, and you build it how you like it, whatever makes yourself happy.
Question from Dylan: how in the world do you see over the steering wheel?
Well, I have my seat pushed all the way forward, all the way up against the steering wheel. It's declined all the way to the front. That way I can see just fine. I'm kidding. Now I have the seat normal. I actually have it leaned back a little bit. I can see just fine over the steering wheel because I don't think the steering wheel goes up and down when you lift the front end of the truck.
Question from Renee: what inspired him to lift the front of his truck? It's usually someone else that did it before them.
I started hanging out in town when I was 15, and there was this dude when the squat like actually started in my town. There was this dude with a single cab cat-eye. If he's watching this, so Cody Banks, he's the one who got me on it. He is actually an older man. I mean, he's not old. He's like 20. You know, I think he's in his mid-20s now. He had a single cab truck, and he had it squatted. And you know, he's just an old country dude. You know, he ain't no thug, nothing like that. So I mean, you know, I see like thugged out type of people driving squad trucks, and I see backwood country boys driving squad trucks. I mean, honestly, I think it's just the train needs to go on somewhere.
We're going to take a quick break and have a word from our sponsors.
Intern here. Have you ever got tired of your job really fast and wanted some fast 3-second chloroform?
Josh. Question from Amy: do you have worms?
Well, I had a puppy once that had worms. I've never found a worm in myself, and I would highly be upset if I did. That honestly grosses me out. I can't stand worms.
Question from David: ask them if what pronoun they prefer.
Well, considering I'm a male, and I was born a male and planning to never be anything but a male for the rest of my life, him.
Question from Mary: why?
This is different. You don't see it every day. I mean, you see level trucks every day, but you don't see squatter trucks.
Question from Nathan: does the fishing hat
and the slightly above the shoulder length hair come with the kit?
Yeah. Ordered it straight off roughcountry.com.
Question from Daniel. How many times a day do they see people comment the same dog memes over and over and over again?
I can't even count how many times. I see those comments all the time. Like, I honestly don't even understand the point in it anymore. Like, it just don't make any sense.
That is all the questions we have to, all the appropriate questions that we have today from the Cullman Unfiltered page. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for Skyler for coming out and doing this video with us. Wow, good interview, Sean. So what do you think of squatted trucks?
Well, I think if you get your hat like this and you have 2 Viper sunglasses and a perm mullet, I think you can do whatever you want, Sean.
That shit sucks.
Okay, we're gonna cut now. Thank you for enjoying the show, and shout out to the guys that were gonna fire because of the segments that we did. You know who you are. And then, like, the music.
Yeah.
Music's panning out as we're waving.